Team took gold. It was the first gold for the men, as the United States have accumulated 5 medals at the World Cup. Will they get a medal this time? We're going to find out, but Marcos and Yasmina, 2 Olympic officials, will have the whistles for this one. Disco Damo. Damo with Brian DeVault. He took him to spin class, but he missed the short-range shot. Nick Sellis maybe doesn't get enough credit. Nick, we call him Clark Kent because he rescues the team quite often. He's going to chunk the deuces. He's going to miss it off the rim. And the Don gets sent to the ground. Also a New York native. And the new addition, Khalil Iverson. Swiper, no swiping. Brian DeVault. He's been a great addition to this Belgian team. He's really played well. Look at those quick hands. He hooked me up with his barber. Oh my goodness! James Parrott has taken off. Put your electrical devices up and your tray tables up as well, as he rises and finishes with an emphatic one-handed yammy. 1-0 USA. Trying to make a statement here in the Lions' backyard. Vervoort is going to miss. Parrott kicks it over. Direct deposit. The wire didn't land as Parrott will put it back up. And that ricochets off the iron. Clark Kent in the paint, elevates. There's a whistle as Sellis misses the shot, but he'll get a chance to shoot one. I wonder if the Belgians feel any pressure playing in their own backyard. They've got the crowd behind them, but they expect wins. It's 1-1. Damo with the kick over. Direct deposit. No cash that time. He's going to check out. Iverson in. We saw Brutus and Damo go on to win the Red Bull USA B3X Nationals in Springfield, Massachusetts. A big reason why they earned spots to represent this American team. They're building it around Damo. They want Damo to just be Damo. The Belgians have their own identity that was thrown away like rubbish. Iverson, slow on the closeout, but if you run up, you get done up. Must-see TV with the 2-piece no biscuit. Parrott fouled on the drive. One thing the Belgians can improve on is they shot 23% on 28 attempts from long range in their first 2 pool play games. They normally shoot it better than that. Damo, he'll get it over to Parrott. He's fading and missing. Must-see TV, all eyes on him as he gets it over to DeVault. DeVault, great positioning. And he can take Khalil off the to-do list. He did he. Iverson spinning, he gets Must-see TV out the way. Now Vervoort with the up fake, the drive, step through, the scoop is no good. Damo, he chunks the deuces, no. That is a miss, and that one's gonna trickle out of bounds. As we're just past 2 minutes into this contest, we expected it to be electrifying. Can you feel the voltage? I can. It is palpable here in Antwerp as the Belgians lead it by 2. Quick hands from the Americans. Iverson, splash. The 2 is good, and we're all even at 4 apiece. Miscommunication between Sellis and Vervoort. So they'll give it back over to the Americans. They come in as the 5 seed, Belgium the 4 seed. Damo, spin move to the baseline. The fade is off the front iron. Dupuit, I'm sure I'm not saying his last name right, but he makes the right pass. And he sets Sellis up to be fouled. So Clark Kent will get a chance to shoot one. Sellis coming off a 5-point output in the first 2 pool play games. And Nick Sellis, the Olympian, with 39 international caps and 34 World Tour games under his belt. He can put a free throw shot in and give Belgium a 1-point advantage. But James Parrott, he says, get out of my way. Bullies his way to the bucket, extends and scores. It's 5 apiece. Sellis trying to give him a taste of his own medicine. Parrott couldn't fly high enough to swat that, but he does go behind the back, a slick move. And the hook. He's going to get the friendly bounce. 6-6. Back and forth like an Aaliyah track. Sellis to the cutting, the point. I like your cut, G. He must have saw lobby. It's 7-6 now. DePoit, it's stolen. Parrott flies in there, deflects it, but the stroke was broke. DeValk now moving left. DePoit up fake. He's driving, he's kicking. Sellis all alone. Came up Kevin Hart with it. Way short. DeValk, he'll let it fly. He's also short. Parrott will now kick it to Kadani. Kadani, he's got the step in the name of love. He finishes at the rim. 7-7 now. Sellis now, he's moving left. Oh, wow. 8-7, that was a tough bucket from Nick Sellis. That is what he does. He likes to drive. He's behind the wheel of a Belgian 8-7 advantage. I'll shut up so we can listen in to the Belgians. So we saw Belgium earn a spot in the Olympic Games last summer. We did not see the American men, who did not perform nearly as well in Austria at the Olympic qualifying tournament. In fact, the Belgians had a hand in the Americans not getting there. It was a tough pill to swallow for the Americans, and I asked Disco Damo, you know, if they can still have that bitter taste, and he says absolutely. But Damo also says, let's see what happens here. Oh, bump and the bucket. He had nothing to say on that DeValk drive. So DeValk is going to give the Belgians a 2-point advantage. But back to what Damo had told me, he says they were salty, but he says now they're locked in. He says they know they have the skill. They're learning each other day by day, and they're continuing to gel as a unit. They trail it right now by 3. The Belgians in their own backyard. They got the crowd behind them. With Sellis in front of Brutus, he's able to draw the foul. This American team has a menacing backcourt with Brutus and Jones, who we saw team up in Lausanne to earn New York Harlem their first World Tour win. They traded turns playing hero, and Donnie knocks down the free throw. It's a 2-point game. DeValk with the drive and kick. Sellis, these goals ain't loyal. Halfway down, came out. Damo, he picks up his dribble. Look at DeValk. The defense suffocating. Parrott trying to repeat his 2-make earlier, but it rolls off the iron. DeValk will swing it. Must-see TV, jab step, the release. Comes up abbreviated. Parrott. Oh, Donnie had him sliding, but now he's trapped in the corner like a boxer. He's got to get off the ropes. Parrott puts it up. Missed on the short-range shot. Oh, Vervoort. Oh, it is swiped away. He threw that back like a greatest hits. That's what Parrott brings to this American team, that defensive edge. They're not worried on the weak side because when he comes, that was a nice pass, but check out Parrott flying high and throwing that back. 4:30 left in a 2-point contest. Pool D action for the men. This could very likely decide the #1 seed in that direct spot in the quarterfinals. Parrott gets it back. He runs into some traffic on the way to the rim, and he steps over DeVault. I thought it was Iverson that normally steps over people. Look at the lead lion roaring at the Americans. Vervoort did not like that. It's Parrott. Take another look off the miss. He follows it, bullies DeVault, gets the score to go, and then the extracurricular activity. You have to wait to see that till after the game. Oh, and I can see why DeVault is probably a little bit upset. Look, he's leaking. The beak is leaking. So he's going to get some medical attention, and the officials are going to pay some attention to the players and tell them, hey, go to your corners. This is a heavyweight bout. Belgium, while they lead it by 1, they have 7 fouls, so they're in the penalty. The Americans have played a much more disciplined defensive game as they only have 3 fouls. Damo and company will talk it over, as will Vervoort and his crew. What a game so far. Wow. I told you, if there was one game to circle here on day 3, this was the one. Who's that? Nick Sellis is he's just relaxing. He's taking it all in. Maybe a little yoga. He's in his own zone right now, taking advantage of this break into action. They're going to decide exactly what to do. So technicals for each team. So they essentially negate each other, but that technical will give obviously Belgium their 8th foul and the USA their 4th foul. We do have 2 free throws that will follow because Parrott did make the bucket. The technicals came because Parrott obviously was, you could call it taunting. Steps over DeVault, and then Vervoort comes in to defend his teammate. He gets a technical. The crowd letting Parrott hear it. They're not saying Polly want a cracker. Oh. Parrott. He shot that one like Shaq. He's gonna laugh it off. Oh my goodness. That was double trouble. Back-to-back air balls. So Parrott may be feeling the nerves a little bit. That's not what he wanted to repeat. 10-9. Vervoort. No space. DePoit. Ooh. Just missed it. Parrott will snag the rebound. Clears it himself. Trying to maintain the hold on the Wilson. He steps back, up fake. Brutus now. He's driving. He's putting the shot up. A lot of contact. There's a whistle. And now the Belgians have to really be careful because that's foul number 9. And we go to the replay and you can see Parrott. Oh, man. He was like, I want to disappear right now. He's going to get a rest. You don't see that very often. And Parrott is a good player. Make no mistake about it. He said, I immediately regret this decision. 10-10. Kadani, he's going to give the Americans a 1-point advantage. 2 undefeated teams going at it. That's must-see TV. Drives, but the emphatic block from Iverson. Now Brutus will elevate. He'll miss it at the front of the rim. Now Brutus with another miss and a foul underneath. I believe that's going to be on blue. Their 5th. But how we saw some of the offensive ability of Khalil Iverson in their first contest, speaking of the Americans. But he's a problem defensively. He is swatting everything that comes his way. He's got more blocks than the IG model. Americans lead by 1. Hey, make sure you log on to FIBA.basketball/3x3 World Cup if you want to keep up with all the action going down here, with 27 countries represented and 40 teams all going for gold. That was a slow spin from DeValk. He's got some tape on his nose. But I think he was whistled for. He was whistled for 3 seconds. So Damo will get it to Iverson. Iverson, he lost it. Parrott fires, and he misses the mark. Back up top to Clark Kent. He's controlling the show right now. Vort to Sellis. Back to Must See TV. Vort, high arc. He shreds the threads. Now the net's all wet. Parrott taking off. He finishes with the flush. Don't forget to wash your hands. 12-12. Sellis to DeValk. He's driving, he's missing with the left. The reverse is no good. Iverson, he goes to the spin move. Pocket pass to Damo, who mishandled it. And that actually went off Damo's foot, so a kick ball. Was it Damo's foot? Maybe I didn't see that correctly. That was actually off of a Belgian lion's claw. So, ball back over to the Americans with a 12-second shot clock. Parrott, he's had some nice high-flying dunks in this game, some nice defensive plays. Brutus trying to put it up, touches the back iron. For the Vort, moves right, drops it off! We just saw a man get devastated. DeValk rising up and burying an American. 13-12. I told you DeValk was a bit bouncy, and he's a bit irritated with that nose injury. Damo comes free, and here we have a 14-13 game. Here's DeValk. Oh, he went from a highlight to a low light. You can't miss the shorties after you dunk on a man. Oh, whoa. And 1. Direct deposit. He's able to lay that in as he and DeValk collide in the air. 1:41 to go. Not only 2 free throws for Kadani, but possession for the Americans too. And Brutus misses the first. Oh man, and he misses the second too. So the Americans struggling a bit at the free throw line. If you think about the Parrott free throws and the Kadani free throws, this could be a 4-point difference right now. The elevation from Iverson, but he does not get the layup to go. He defends Sellis. DePoit, he's on the move. Quick hands from Damo. Iverson tracks it down. Disco Damo, he pulls the trigger. That man is strapped. He's spraying the place as the United States lead at 16-14. For the Vort, sharing is caring. He sets up his longtime teammate, Nick Sellis, for the easy crib as the Belgians keep step, trailing just by 1 with just over 1 to play. You know, there are games that you can overhype, and then there are games that meet expectations. This one has been as good as advertised. So Belgium, even with 10 fouls, they trail it by 1. The Americans looking to add to this lead. They'll have to play smart 3x3 hoop right now. Parrott, why did he do him like that? He took him to spin class Have a seat, son. Learn something. 17-15. Vervoort! Taste the rainbow. That ball could have touched the satellite. It was so high, it comes down and goes through. Parrott, he answers right back like a belligerent teenager. I can't even get my words out. This game is crazy. 18-17, the feed to Sellis. He's got 2 birdies and a bucket. (18-18), and we have a challenge, a shot clock challenge, to see if that shot actually got up in time. But just, man, just a ridiculously fast-paced game. Let's take another look and see if Sellis got it up. He was patient on the up fake. Oh, but the camera angle, that's tough to even see. I didn't see the clocks, the strike 0. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure that Sellis got that up. That is going to be close. They'll go over to the scores table. Now we get another look, and now we get a better look at the clock. The up fake, 2 up fakes. He's got 2 Americans out the way. Whoa. Hey, you be the judge. If that was in his hand, it was just on the tip of his cuticle, just on the edge of his fingernail. I actually think that bucket's going to count. Interestingly, on a challenge, if they can't determine a clear decision, the call on the floor will stand. That might be close enough for that bucket still to count. And they say it counts. Official Marco says count the bucket. It's 18-18, 20 seconds to go. USA ball. Damo, pocket pass. It's stolen away. Vervoort to DePoit. Must-see TV with the rock in his hands. 5 seconds to shoot. Great defense from Khalil. The Americans will get a look. Parrott puts it up for the win. It's short. Only fitting. 2 undefeated teams. We're going to get some extra ball for all. Overtime period. As this one will be decided in OT. All right, here are the rules for OT. A lot of you are new to 3x3, so bear with me so you can hear these rules. You might want to write them down. All right, the first team to score 2 points wins.
Okay.
Did you get that? All right, now that that's settled, you know, first team to score 2 in OT gets the W. So defending the 2-point arc is of the utmost importance. Belgium will start with it in OT because the Americans started with the possession in regulation. DePoit defended by Iverson. Must-see TV. Parrott sticking with him. That's an offensive foul. Oh no, blue foul, I'm sorry. Parrott actually whistled. That's foul number 7 on the Americans. No, I spoke too quickly, number 6. So that's one thing that USA's done well is they have kept themselves out of the penalty, so no free throws, but possession to the Belgians. Here come the Lions. Must-see TV, you cannot give him a look. They give him one. Oh, a whistle. Iverson, too much contact. As they're gonna put Vervoort on the line, that is foul number 7. So Must-see TV will take his time as he steps up to the line. He's gonna shoot 2 free throws here, and these 2 can win it. The crowd is clapping, but they might want to give him some silence so the man can concentrate. He splashes the first of 2. One more. And Must-see TV will steal the show. The Lions are roaring as they hand the Americans their first loss here in their own backyard. The Belgians get the job done. So Belgium remain undefeated in a hell of a game against Team USA. The crowd is lit. Everybody's on their feet. The Belgians are feeling it as must-see TV goes and gets a kiss from his lady as he delivered the kiss of death in the game. Let's take a look back. He's got ice water running through his veins. He's clutch as the Belgians prove to be just slightly too much for the Americans. They'll both be back in action again. But in the meantime, let's hear from Clark Kent